green, we sway with a beer in hand every day. From the tee to the hole, we're just trying to keep control. We're barely out of bounds, drinking and golfing around. A toast to the fairway we raise for the love of the game and the haze. A swing and a miss, oh what a sight. We laugh it off with delight. With each swig from the can, we're the best at this plan. We're barely out of bounds, drinking and golfing around. A toast to the fairway we raise for the love of the game and the haze. No matter the score, we're here for the fun, the sun, the laughs and the pun. So here's to good times and great friends we found in this game where we're barely out of bounds. So grab your clubs and enjoy your brew. We're here to make memories come true in the world of golf and beer. We're barely out of bounds. Cheers. We're barely out of bounds, drinking and golfing around. A toast to the fairway we raise for the love of the game.
Peanut. I repeat, it's a peanut time. It's a peanut day. It's all about the peanuts, man. And welcome back to another episode of Barely Out of Bounds. It's your boy Rico Daddy Slick here.
How did your crew not get out there? They're playing golf!
On the green, we sway with a beer in hand every day. From the tee to the hole, we're just trying to keep control. We're barely out of bounds, drinking and golfing around. A toast to the fairway we raise for the love of the game and the haze. For the love of the game and the haze.
I don't know if it's about to this class. I don't know.
I thought it would automatically switch. It didn't. Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Barely Out of Bounds podcast. We're here to talk about golf in the best kind of way while drinking a beer. Speaking of beer, Zane, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, first off, let's just go ahead and say, it's great to be in the new year. We're really excited for golf this year. I mean, the Masters feels ever so more around the corner than it did a week ago. Super excited about what we've got going on with the podcast and what you guys got going on with your podcast. And I don't know why you're wearing glasses indoors. It's a little cringe, not gonna lie. But Zach, to answer your question, I'm not so proud to be an American today. That's why I'm drinking a Labatt Blue Canadian Pilsner. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. No, I'm just kidding. It's just in the, it needs to be drank. Otherwise, it'll go bad. It's in the fridge. So, Zach, what about you? What are you drinking tonight?
Drinking a Stella.
Stella Artois.
Stella Artois.
The finest of Belgian wits.
Zane, I was going to ask you where it's from, and you already got it. It's Belgium.
Yes, Zach. Yeah. Been drinking.
I was just making sure. And by the way, I am wearing glasses tonight because that's the new meta.
Oh, those are the meta glasses?
Yes, they are. All right. So, Zane, we got some catching up to do. We've been gone for quite a while.
We have. Off the airwaves, as they say.
Off the airwaves, as they say. A lot of reasons as to why. We won't get into them now, but main reason is it was a golf off season.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Right? I mean,
main reason. There's not a lot of news.
Less to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's a reason why you take a break.
Yeah. So, but we are back as the golf season kicks up, as golf news starts to trickle in and out. We had actually a big news week this week, and we'll get into it in
Yes,
just
we
a
did.
moment.
Yes, we did.
Zane, how is your off season going so far?
My off season's going good. Not a lot of golf being played right now on my end.
Mm.
I did look at got the calendar, kind of got a sneak peek of the calendar for this next season. I may not be able to play in the Georgia Open this season, so that is sad. That is very sad. But there's a lot of events that I will get to play in that I wouldn't have been able to last year, given the schedule at the club. So, and we forgot to mention at the top, I am no longer. I have found a new home.
You have
Zach.
found a new home, Zane.
I have found a new home. I got the job that I told Zach to get, but alas, Zane got it. So it is the first assistant golf professional at Chateau Elan at the Legends Golf Club there. Famous for its recreation of the Masters golf course at Augusta. So Augusta National. So there's a lot of recreations there on that course. Yep. So yeah, excited about it. Zach, any new things in your life?
Not really. So for those who don't know, me and Zane played in the assistant pro shamble. Top 5 again. I finished with 2 top 5s to end my season last year.
He did.
And
I owe you $100, by the way, or 50. I can't remember what we actually bet. I do owe you 50. Remember the bet was?
Oh
yeah. So the bet was I had to beat you in every single event.
Yeah.
Which did not happen.
It did not happen.
Whenever we were playing with each other, which was like the worst way to go out, Worst way to go out. Last event.
Yeah, it's the first time me and Zane have played in a tournament like in the same group since high school.
And even then, that was like a 9-hole match.
Yeah.
That was like because we didn't play 18-hole matches together. We were different seeds. So
no.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Zach did it again.
I just can't believe I didn't win the head-to-head. The crazy part about that is I was off to a decent start, and Zach struggled there on like hole number 4, I think it was.
Yeah, I
hit it OB and then hit it on the green, knocked in a clutch bogey.
Yeah, I hit it OB. I shot
on a par 3. He just took the wrong club.
Too. I shot the hill behind the green instead of the pin. Yeah. And I hit the hill behind the green. It proceeded to kick 20 yards right out of bounds.
Yeah.
And then I re-teed, hit it about 12 feet, made the putt for bogey.
Yeah. It was astonishing. I mean, and the comeback was real. I mean, Zach played so good. Top 5.
It was
Zane just struggled on the greens, really. I mean, it really did.
What did I shoot?
I don't know, but I had to have about 35, 40 putts. I mean, it was somewhere in there.
Yeah, Zane did not. It was a bad putting day for Zane Smith.
It's just when you can't roll it. I mean, I think I'm getting rid of or changing out that Mizuno Omoy. I think I'm gonna go to a Spider. So
ew, gross, dude. What?
I know. I have arachnophobia too.
Why would you go to a Spider though?
What do you mean? What do you mean? Why would you go to a Spider? It's one of the most
terrible.
That's just so stupid for you to say that, dude.
Dude,
that's just
Spider's awful, dude. Just ask the only guy I know that's on a TaylorMade deal had a Spider.
What are you talking about? Dude, Spiders are good. It's just Tommy sucks at putting. Like just
Tommy does not suck at putting, okay? He just needed the right putter in his hands.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah, what putter is he using now?
He's using the TP putter, the blade.
So it's still a TaylorMade putter. Like
yeah, I'm saying Spiders specifically suck.
Spiders are great. There's a reason why so many juniors, so many college players play them. Zach, they're great putters. They just are. Objectively speaking. Now you may subjectively not like them, but objectively speaking, it's a good putter.
Oh, it was an even par 72. That's what I shot.
Yeah, you shot good, dude. I mean, I was so proud of you. I really was.
It
I
was
told you
tough
after
riding in the cart with Zane that day.
I told
'Cause
him
you
after
couldn't
the
even
round
see.
I told him after the round how proud I was of him. And he proceeded to say to laugh in my face, saying, "Ha ha, neener, neener, neener."
No,
And
that's not at all what happened.
I'm just joking. But
He didn't even tell me he was proud of me face to face. He said it as he was driving home, and I was driving home. He called me and said, "Hey, man, I just wanted to let
no,
you know."
that's a lie. I said I'm proud of you whenever I shook your hand on the green.
That okay? You said good play, man. Proud of you. That's correct.
Yeah, I did say that on the green.
The
Ridiculous.
conversation we had afterward was Zane like going like, "I think I'm just gonna quit playing golf."
Yeah. No, dude, and this is a great story. Do you want to tell it?
Yeah.
You want to tell it?
So
Because we were driving back. We were on a hole 18, driving back because we started on 18. We finished on 17. We're driving back on hole 18. Zach,
and
go ahead.
so he's like, "I'm just gonna quit golf," and I said, "Dude, you don't want to do that. You're just saying that, dude. Listen, everyone has a bad round." He's like, "No, I think I'm just gonna quit. Like I put so much time and effort into playing well, and it doesn't go my way." And I said,
Sounds familiar.
"Yeah," and I said, "Zane, do you remember what you told me after the Milton Martin when I was so down on myself?" And he goes, "No, what did I tell you?" I said, "I don't know, but it was something real positive."
That's a great line. Zach with the lines, dude. Zach's dropping bars up in here, dude.
It was really positive.
It was
And then
so
honestly,
funny. He literally said exactly that without skipping a beat. He
yeah,
said,
that's
"I don't
exactly
know,
what
but
I
it was
said.
something really positive."
I don't know, but it was something real positive. And then honestly, at the Assistants Pro, we finished as another top 5. But honestly, dude, honestly, to tell the viewers, neither one of us had our A game that day at all.
We should have won.
We should have won.
I mean, we had a lot of chances, a lot of opportunities that we failed to capitalize on. We beat the people we were playing. Wait, didn't we beat them?
No, they finished second.
Oh, they finished second. Oh, that's right. They fell apart on the last hole.
They fell apart. They fell apart on the last hole, but also they had the most insane putting front nine I have ever witnessed.
Oh, it was unreal. I mean, they were.
I mean, if they were
literally
inside
everything.
50 feet, they were good. It was good.
They made literally everything, and we didn't make anything until I made that putt on that par 3. That was the only thing that dropped for us.
Yeah, we didn't score well enough on the par 5s.
No,
which, to be
remotely.
fair to us, most of them weren't that reachable. I mean, hole 18, like that's a pump.
I thought they were pretty reachable. I thought most of them were pretty reachable.
18 wasn't very reachable.
I thought most of them were pretty reachable.
1 was reachable, and we should have birdied that. I hit the worst putt of my life, my worst first putt of my life on that hole. But
yeah,
18. I didn't like our starting hole. I hate starting on a par 3 because one of the weaknesses of my game is ball striking, and starting out with like an iron uphill into wind is not like something that I'm super pumped about doing. Especially when the best part of my game at the end of last year, most of last year, Zane will attest this, was my ability to drive the ball a long ways and very straight.
Yep.
The problem was executing from there.
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah, really great end of the year last year. And we'll talk about a little bit about what we're planning for the rest of this year later at the end of the show. For right now, let's get right into the news. So probably the biggest news story out of the past week in the world of golf, Brooks Koepka exits LIV.
PGL? No, I'm just joking.
I was about to say, I didn't even know that was happening. So
you and everybody else, because like we said, they don't advertise for shit. So
no,
excuse my language.
That's a lie. I did know it was happening, but I heard about it because it would just happen to be on a television somewhere.
Yeah, no, I heard about it like whenever it was coming on.
Yeah,
it was like
I was like, oh, the TGL is back.
Mm-hmm.
That's Cool, I guess.
There was no
I saw.
build-up?
Actually, no, it wasn't. I didn't see it on television. It popped up on my phone while I was scrolling Instagram, and Golf Digest posted something about it, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I guess
Dude, they're
that
just
happened last night."
Here's my question: is are they actually trying to push it? I mean, are they actually trying to make this a thing,
I'm trying to figure
or
out,
is it a
like,
money laundering scheme? Like,
it's getting to the point where it might be a money laundering scheme, because, like, I have not heard anything about it. There has been no hype going into season 2 of TGL.
no.
Absolutely zero hype online. I have like a couple different Twitter accounts. I have one
There,
for my beerly football stuff,
hmm
and I have one for golf. And
There
that
was
one for
more.
golf, there's no chatter.
There was 100 times more promotion for Live
Oh
than there.
yeah,
Oh yeah, 100 times more.
100 times
I
more.
saw way more Live ads running up to it than I did TGL for sure.
But yeah. So TGL, I guess, is happening. I don't know how the match went. I know Atlanta played, but
I don't really, honestly, if they're not going to advertise to me, I don't care.
yeah, that's fair. Especially because, like, it's not like you would think algorithmically
Yeah,
we would be the target audience, and the fact that I didn't get any ads for TGL is kind of astonishing.
not on Google, not on Facebook,
Not
not on
on
any Meta
YouTube.
platform, not on X, not on
How,
YouTube.
I watch golf and disc golf YouTube videos almost exclusively. I'll also watch football tape on YouTube, but
I started watching more because of you, all that YouTube golf.
yeah, but, like,
Mainly Bob does.
how does that not come up in my algorithm as something to advertise to me, as someone who watches a lot of YouTube golf, that audience that they're trying to get with the TGO because it's faster paced and blah blah blah.
I don't know.
I don't understand that. Maybe their marketing budget's just crappy. Maybe they thought that, oh well, look at our viewership numbers for season 1. We don't have to spend all this in advertising for season 2, and that's a stupid way to think. But
So dumb.
anyway, back to real news. Brooks Koepka exits Live Golf to be with his family. This is the reason he gave, to spend more time with his family, and he has been reinstated to the PGA Tour.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Zach?
I got a lot of thoughts, man. So this is going to take up a majority of the show. I want to make this abundantly clear right now. This is going to take up a majority of the show because there's a lot of moving parts here. So number one, the exit from Live Golf. Because at the time, I'm sure this was already worked out behind the scenes. I'm sure it was the deal with the PGA Tour, but it wasn't announced simultaneously. He exited Live, and then like 2 days later, the thing was posted by the PGA Tour.
Yep.
So the exit from Live, it's like, Live made a statement, he made a statement, and Liv's statement was he wanted to spend more time with family, and he was all that stuff. And I believe he made a similar statement. So at the time, I'm like, that's kind of fishy.
Sure.
Just given what I know about Brooks Koepka and what I know about, what he wants to do. So I was like, that's already a little fishy. And then the next thing was when the thing got offered, he's going to, what was it? He's got to donate like $5 million to somewhere. And then what else?
Well, he can't participate. He gets probation basically, and he can't participate in their equity deal, their new little equity deal that we've covered in the past. He's not allowed to participate in that at all for like a year and a half, 2 years.
Okay. So, I mean, like, as far as punishments go, not that big. Not that big of a punishment. It's nothing.
No.
It's nothing. Because, I mean, we know the numbers. We essentially know the numbers for his Live contract. I mean, that's pennies on the dollar for his Live contract.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was able to exit that early was kind of surprising that they would let that happen, that Liv would let that happen. But maybe, again, they didn't want to seem like the bad guy, because a lot of the push early on in Liv was we give our players more freedom to do what they want to do.
Mhm.
And so if they were to say, oh, no, you're locked in this contract, we're not letting you leave, and the golf world just doesn't get Brooks Koepka for a full year, that would make Liv look like the bad guy, I think, to the broader golf audience. But even understanding that, I have a different perspective on this than probably most people do. But in contract disputes, if you want to get out of a contract early, I think the company, for the same reason that they're beholden to the contract, you should be beholden to the contract.
That is how it works.
Yeah. And I know that athletes have a lot of power when it comes to leaving contracts early and stuff, but I think you get into dangerous territory when you just start letting guys leave or violate contracts and stuff like that.
Did he violate it?
Well, he left early.
Yeah, but sometimes there's like early cancellation or early withdrawals in those contracts.
That's fair.
And they have to pay, or they don't get paid out a certain amount, or they withhold certain incentives. I don't think Liv would have made it. And in fact, you want to hear Liv's statement real quick?
Let's go through Liv's statement.
So Liv made a statement. This is coming from Nuclear Golf, at Nuclear Golf. This is them officially responding to today's news from the PGA Tour on the whole Koepka thing. So it says, from the outset, quote, from the outset, Liv Golf has championed an open ecosystem and freedom for all, not just for a limited few. One that supports players' rights to compete across various platforms, reinforcing the belief that the growth of the game is best served when the game's best players are empowered to seek the most competitive environments around the world. Liv's Golf's vision remains unchanged, to grow the game of golf globally. And as that vision gains momentum across the broader golf landscape, the capacity to deliver on it continues to strengthen by expanding pathways and opportunity beyond any single institution or interest. As the world's golf league, Liv Golf continues to offer the best professional golfers the most competitive, challenging, and lucrative environment in which to pursue greatness on a global scale. And I thought that was a very fair.
That was a great statement by them.
I mean, it's
really,
a
really great statement.
Regardless of whether you think they're bullshitting you.
Yeah.
That is a great statement to make.
100%.
And it's the exact right stance to take.
Yeah. And it's one of the reasons why from the outset, because here's the thing. From the outset, when Liv Golf became a thing and they started getting the players, and then their story hasn't changed. The story that they're trying to sell hasn't changed. From the Liv Golf 1, it hasn't changed of what they're trying to sell.
Mm-hmm.
The PGA Tours has quite regularly, actually.
Yep.
And I think that's why when I look at these two organizations, you can say the Saudi money, the blah, 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 blah. You can say that all you want. I think that's asinine now, considering the stuff we've looked at with who's investing in the PGA Tour and where that money's going. But
a lot of crazy money going on.
I think that's asinine now when you look at who's investing in the PGA Tour. But regardless, you could say all that, but at least one person has been consistent. The PGA Tour has constantly shifted messaging on what they're trying to do.
Yep.
At the beginning, it was the PGA Tour. It's about legacy. It's about history. It's about this. It's about that. If you want to go play for another league, then you're not welcome here. Right? That was their initial message. Then it became...
You're an independent contractor until you're not.
Yeah. You're an independent contractor until you're not. But also, with the independent contractor thing, it's up to our players to provide value for themselves, unless you're a special few. Then you get another shift where we made some statements about Liv that we kind of regret, relating them to 9/11 and stuff like that. We think that was probably poorly handled. We apologize for that. And then also we're gonna start doing more elevated events. That get world rankings points are no cut, and
Yeah.
limited field no cut world rankings events. It's like, okay.
Well, and
interesting.
this is going to be hard on Koepka. I don't think he realized, or I think this is going to hurt him. I just don't think he's the competitor he was back in the day. I think he's still really good,
Mhm.
but like if you look at his temporary pathway that was also offered to Bryson, John Rahm, and Cam, a lot of
Mhm.
people were saying Mickelson, but he wouldn't be eligible under this program. You'd need to have won a major championship within a certain period, and his last major championship was down there at Kiowa, the PGA. So I don't
Yeah,
think
because I
that.
mean, I think, by the way, the fact that you've had to have won a major championship to get
Yeah,
back on the PGA Tour.
within a certain time frame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
wild.
let me get this straight. If Tommy Fleetwood left tomorrow, he wouldn't be allowed back in.
Yeah,
A guy that's never won a full field PGA Tour event, let alone a major,
yeah.
wouldn't be allowed back in. Come on, guys.
So anyway, this is the deal. He would not be eligible for the equity program for 5 years of FEC bonus.
Okay.
So that means that he's not allowed to earn any of that equity, any of that player equity on the years, year after year.
I just
And
think
then
this. Go ahead.
Brooks is required to play in 15 events minimum. 15
Yeah.
minimum.
Mm-hmm.
But will have to play his way into signature events. So he's not even guaranteed signature events,
Yeah.
and there's no sponsors exemptions allowed. So whereas you might have said, oh, well, at least you might get a sponsors exemption into the field,
Mm-hmm.
they said, no. You got to play your way into those events. And here's the problem with that. Brooks Koepka, what is his world golf ranking right now?
Like 400.
Yeah. So dude is fighting a supermassive uphill battle. Now, granted, he might think, hey, I've still got what it takes, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
But that's a steep climb for anybody.
Yeah, that's a very steep climb for anybody, especially considering the fact that he's not going to be in any signature events, because all those guys are going to be getting points on weeks where he's not.
Yes. Yep.
So it's, and this is kind of what we talked about, the problem with signature events and this whole elevated event series is it greatly inhibits your ability to both fall out of and get into.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if someone's playing awful golf, they will fall out of it. And if someone's playing insane golf and they win like 3 tournaments, yeah, they're going to move up. But like those guys that just kind of like are hanging around, shout out to Jordan Spieth. He's just kind of hanging around in every signature event, never doing a goddamn thing on tour. He'll have like 1 or 2 good rounds like a month. And when I say rounds, I mean rounds, not events. He'll have 1 or 2 good rounds a month. And one of them will be in a signature event. And he'll get more points for that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just one of those things where it's like, I don't like the system. I really don't like the system. And also I think honestly, I think the PGA Tour is doing their advertisers a disservice by not letting them get sponsors exemptions to these players, because guess what? Whether you love him or hate him, Brooks Koepka is a draw. Yeah. He is. He's a draw.
Well, that's why they allowed him to do this in the first place, Zach.
Yeah.
I mean, let's just be honest.
But yeah, I understand that. But not allowing sponsors exemption actively hurts the tournaments who he's not going to be able to play in from saying, hey, we want him in this event.
But they did that to make sure that other people don't live for live. Because we had one guy leave for live. And that was Ben On.
Oh, yeah.
He'll be replacing Kevin Na. And so that's the thing is you upset these PGA Tour players now with letting Brooks Koepka back on, and then they're just going to be like, well, and I'll read from Wyndham, and Wyndham is a great case study because, as we all know, Wyndham's a dick, and so
true.
You know what I mean?
He's a dick who also thinks he's better than he is.
Yes. Well, he's a pretty damn
so
good golfer.
so let's be 100% clear. Also, when we're talking especially about live stuff, Wyndham was offered, and the reason he said no is because they didn't offer him enough.
Yes.
There was no principle behind that.
Correct.
Because they saw Wyndham Clark and they said, well, he really only had like a stretch where he was playing really great. There's a chance he falls off a cliff. We've seen it before from what's his name with the crazy swing, Matthew Wolff. We've seen it before with these guys like Matthew Wolff could go on a stretch and then they fall off a cliff, and that's kind of what happened to Wyndham last year.
Yep.
He had a stretch the year before, and then he fell off a cliff.
Yep.
And they don't want to spend John Rahm level money, Bryson DeChambeau level money, Brooks Koepka level money on a guy that has potential to fall off a cliff like Matthew Wolff has.
Yeah,
and he's climbing back up. By the way, Matthew Wolff is getting better. He improved last year over the year before. But
so let's hear from Wyndham Clark's own mouth. Do you want me to send this to you, or do you want me to just play it off my speaker here?
Send it to me and I'll put it on screen.
All right, so I'll send it to you. So I just want to listen to his full comments because it was on Sirius XM. Send, share post. Oh, sorry, I had the wrong thing. Send via chat. Oh, they changed the name.
Oh, it's in the chat?
Hold on. I'll just do it this way. Copy link. Whoa. This is weird.
Okay.
Sorry, they changed up X on me. It's a little strange, man. They got you entering passcodes to get into your chat and everything. It's weird.
Oh yeah. I hate it, but
it's a bad.
It is what it is.
It's horrible.
It is what it is, man.
It's not letting me. You want me to just play it?
No, I want to put it on screen for the viewers. The viewers need to know, Zane.
Dude, it's not letting me. Hold on.
Can you put it in the chat of this or no?
I got it.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, sending it to you.
All right. Okay.
That was so wild. Go. Sorry.
We'll share screen. Pull up X. Bing,
so
bang,
this is his full comments, everybody.
Oh,
full
that was
comments.
the wrong tab. Hold on. Share this tab instead. Okay. Oh, I don't have the sound on.
Being reinstated to the PGA Tour. When you heard the news, what were your first thoughts?
This is the first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah. Well, breaking news. There it is, Dub.
I'm just kidding. Gosh, I'm so torn. I mean, I personally really like Brooks. And I think it's ultimately really good for the PGA Tour. But also, a guy that had an opportunity to go to live, it's kind of frustrating that, he's able to, get the cake and also eat it. So I don't know. I'm very torn because at the end of the day, I want whatever's best for the PGA Tour. And I think if guys come back, especially top players like Brooks, it's only going to help the tour, which is ultimately going to help me. I don't know really how I feel. I wish maybe there was a few more repercussions, but, I'm glad the things that they set in place, I think are pretty decent. And I also like the hard deadline. I think that's good. I just hope they stick with that and they don't waver on that maybe in like a year or two.
Okay, I have a question. Which hard deadline is he referring to? Is he referring to the
deadline on the returning players program?
What is the deadline?
February 2nd.
Oh gosh.
So they already lost Ben on. Now, I think that those are two separate cases. I don't think Ben on did that because Koepka was coming back.
Yeah.
I have no idea. It is kind of cool. Anthony Kim qualified for the wild card spot on Live. playing into it. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is
and
pretty
he was
cool.
saying how like now it's time for him to start winning tournaments again. I hope that's the case.
Yeah.
Because that'll be really good for Liv if he's able to actually put up a fight unlike last season.
Yeah, well, I mean, also people forget like he wasn't playing golf for like a long time.
Yeah.
He's kind of thrust into this competitive environment.
No, it would have been nuts had he been actually competitive.
I mean, it would have been one of, and this is a bold statement, it would have been one of the greatest feats of any sport.
Without a doubt. Oh,
to go from not playing to winning live golf events.
Yeah, no one does
Bryson
that.
DeChambeau and John Rahm and Joaquin Neiman and
no one does that. And so, John Rahm has already come out. He said he's staying. Cam Smith said he's staying. He wants to fish. And then you've got, I think those are the only two.
Bryson also said his plans are
Bryson
changed.
said he's playing 2026. That's what he said. He said he's only worried about this year. Contract's up at the end of this year, but he's worried about this year.
I honestly think I just don't understand. I don't understand why. I mean, I do and I don't. I don't understand why. I don't understand, and I've been saying that I don't understand why it has to be this way.
It doesn't.
I don't understand.
We know it doesn't.
I know it doesn't.
Zach, can I just say this? All right. And we all know it doesn't. And I'll give you guys an example that's outside golf. And that way that maybe you guys can come along with me on this journey to Never Never Land where unicorns poop rainbows and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is a real place. It is a real place. Not unicorns.
Yeah.
But think about this. For the longest time, who was making Spider-Man movies, Zach?
Sony,
right?
Yeah.
Marvel comes and buys the rights to Marvel. Disney comes and buys the rights to Marvel, right?
Yes.
Sony still owns the IP or licensed the IP of Spider-Man. So they continue making Spider-Man movies with Andrew Garfield.
Yes.
Then, finally, Spider-Man falls underneath, I guess it times out, falls underneath this Marvel.
No, it didn't time out. So you're getting this wrong. What happened was Sony sold the license for a limited time to Disney.
Okay, for use for the Tom Holland series.
Yes.
So they sold it to Disney, and then they didn't need to do this. Everybody knows they didn't need to do this. Sony could have been greedy money grubbers,
and they could have been like, no,
and been like, nah, you don't get to use that other stuff we made. You can make the stuff you make, but you ain't using the stuff we make. But for the sake of, history or whatever, or just cool novelty, right, is what it was.
Well, so here's the thing. Go ahead and say it, but I have a different take on it.
Well, here's the thing. They made it. I'm not saying they lost money doing this movie with Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying they made it work for all parties to where everybody benefits and the fans get what we want, which was a great effing Spider-Man movie. Maybe one of the best Marvel movies ever to come out. Maybe. Not, Zach, maybe one of the best Marvel movies ever to come out. Because it was so, I remember sitting in the theater and just going, what is going on? Because it was so awesome.
So let me
finish. So let me finish. I'll let you finish.
Go ahead, Zane, finish.
So here's the thing. So they did that, and Sony made a bag of money, and Disney made a bag of money, and Marvel made a bag of money. So I just don't see why these two tours, they had an agreement going, why that can't be established, and why can't the Saudi money just go behind the PGA Tour?
Yeah. I don't know. Well, it's because they called them terrorists, basically, from the outset.
That's exactly what it is.
It's because they called them terrorists, basically, from the outset, which is crazy, but it's what they did.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
But it can't happen.
so going back to the Sony story,
It still can happen.
still could. And honestly, you're seeing that right now. You're seeing Disney kind of try and pull a PGA Tour, or you were like last year. You saw Disney try and pull a PGA Tour, where
what?
with Spider-Man.
Oh,
So the license was for 3 movies. So you had Spider-Man Homecoming, you had Spider-Man Far From Home, and you had Spider-Man No Way Home. After that 3rd movie, they wanted to renegotiate. Now, Zane, how successful were the Spider-Man Marvel movies?
so successful. Some of the
Extremely
best Marvel movies created. Yeah. At least
So,
box office terms.
yeah.
At least in terms of box office. You can make an argument as to like whether you like them or not.
Yeah.
But box office,
They were
some
very
of the most successful.
they were big money makers for Marvel.
Huge.
Huge money makers for Marvel. So, in this, as we talk, this is kind of movie industry talk a little bit. We'll relate it back to golf in a second. So, Zane, how has Marvel been doing lately?
Not good.
Not great. In fact, most of their movies
What?
are
You don't like Ironheart?
I don't even know what that is. That's a lie. I do know what it is. I haven't
You're
seen
making
it.
my point for me, bud.
But Marvel hasn't been doing great. And after Infinity War, the question was, or Endgame, after Endgame, the question became, because you had Endgame and then you had the Spider-Man No Way Home. Those were kind of back to back. 2 big movies for Marvel back to back. And Marvel, they had just finished a 15-year-long story, and they have to start over now with new characters because they killed some old ones off, and they got to figure out where we go from here. Sony is looking at this like, Spider-Man's a big part of what Marvel's doing right now. So if they want to continue to use this license, they're more than welcome to, but we want a bigger chunk of the pie. Because right now, they're right. Spider-Man's very valuable IP. Just like Bryson DeChambeau, John Rahm, Joaquin Niemann, very valuable IPs.
Yep.
The leverage isn't in Disney's favor. It was not in their favor at the time, and it's even less in their favor now. And so when they tried to renegotiate, Disney wanted to give them a smaller slice of the pie.
Wow.
So they were on opposite ends of the spectrum of where they were thinking. So instead of Disney just saying, yes, we will do whatever it takes to keep Spider-Man in the MCU, they said, you want a bigger slice of the pie? We'll do it without him. And no negotiation went forward from there. So here's the problem that I think the PGA Tour has. They got Brooks Koepka back. Congratulations. Brooks Koepka is arguably coming off of his worst season since his injury.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it's arguably. It's his worst season since his injury in like 2017.
Yeah.
But he wasn't competitive in the majors. He wasn't competitive on LIV. So you got this guy back, but at the same time, all the players that you really want back are still sitting over there at LIV. They want Bryson back. They want John Rahm back. Hell, they want Cam Smith back. They would love to have Joaquin Niemann. So it's the kind of the same thing that I'm saying when I'm talking about Spider-Man and Disney. LIV has a shitload of, excuse my language, a buttload of leverage with these players. But the PGA Tour says, I would rather the golf world burn than compromise. And that's the problem with the situation. It's stubbornness. It's ego. It's all the worst things you can think of when you think of someone you hate. like Jake Paul or his brother.
Yeah.
But I mean, it really is. You're right, Zane. It doesn't have to be this way. The reason I say why does it have to be this way, or does it like the reason why I asked the question is like if we had cooler heads, this would have been solved 5 years ago.
That's just like everything else, man. It's like world events. It's the same thing there. It's,
Nobody wants to admit fault for anything. So, and this is my problem with the PGA Tour. They don't want to admit at the beginning that they were treating their players
can I say this
terribly.
Real quick? And can I say this real quick too? Not only that, I mean, you don't even need to admit fault to make a good deal, right? I mean, but sometimes you need to admit fault to be able to bring somebody to the table, but you wouldn't even need that in this circumstance or very many circumstances.
But so we're talking about a different thing. So
no, I think we're talking about the same thing.
No, we're not, because you're making a completely different point than I was making. So when they start out, there's like, no, we don't treat our players bad. That's a ridiculous statement. So what do? They completely change the way they treat their players after Live Golf takes off.
Yeah.
So were you doing something wrong, or were you doing everything perfectly and it's all fine?
Oh, I think it was embezzlement at the top. No, I have no bones about that. I mean,
yeah. I mean, we've talked about it several times on the show.
Without a doubt. I mean, Jay Monahan's taking more of a cut than he deserves, and I'm pretty sure he's paying a lot of the guys around him pretty damn.
Well, he's gone, isn't he?
No.
Oh, he's the CEO of the PGA Tour Enterprises or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sick.
Yeah. And
he's no longer the commissioner. He just owns the
listen to this. There's no way to fire him. Right? Mm-hmm. There's no way to. We already looked it up. Even if it's just only been a commissioner, because he's still the commissioner, right?
No, he's not the commissioner anymore.
Are you sure about that?
I'm pretty sure his commissionership ended in the new year. I could be wrong though.
Let's look at it. No, the current commissioner is Jay Monahan. He'll be stepping down at the end of 2026.
Well, then why even make the announcement in like mid 2025? Because I remember talking about Bryan Rolap taking over.
Yeah, but that was just an announcement.
That's so stupid. You could have announced this like 7 months from now.
Yeah. Well, we've never accused him of being smart. But anyway, no. So I mean, my whole thing is like we grow up thinking that it's that the adults are the smartest people in the room. We grow up as kids being like, man, I can't wait to be an adult to be as smart as those guys. And then you become an adult and you realize, holy crap,
everyone's dumb.
Everyone's dumb as shit. Like that's what we find out. And so, like, I'll give you an example. Like if Zach, and this is you give lessons.
Yes.
Let's say this is how adults are in above us. Mm-hmm. Is let's say they're giving lessons, right? And mm-hmm. you want to maximize your time and maximize your revenue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you going to charge $60 or are you going to charge $140?
$140.
Maximizing revenue, Zach.
140.
Why?
So there's this. It's the dumbest thing ever. I hate it. So when it comes to giving golf lessons, the price point is seen as the value.
No. I understand that, Zach. Okay. I understand that, but let's just say flat demand.
Flat demand. Okay.
60 or 140. Maximizing revenue.
140, because for every lesson you give, an hour lesson that you give, you're doing the equivalent of more than twice what you do.
Let's say you're at Chicopee Woods.
At Chicopee Woods, I honestly, looking back, I think the same exact thing.
You're full of crap, Zach. 100%, sorry, 0% of 140 is zero.
Zane, I understand that.
So
I understand that. I listen, Zane, I agree with you. But the industry and the consumers of people that say, I want to go take a golf lesson, they see a $60 lesson and a $140 lesson.
I was being extreme for effect. You can make the same argument with 100 versus 140.
100, no, it's different because 140 is more. 140 is more than double 60. Of course.
I know. I was being exaggerating. I was exaggerating for effect. Let's change these numbers: 100 or 140.
100 would be better.
Yes. Yes, because they're going to see that. They're going to go, well, it's not so low that he doesn't know what he's doing, but that's way more cost effective than going to somebody that's 140 an hour.
Yes.
Whether or not it's true that that guy's going to do a better job or the 100 guy's going to do a better job, that's whatever. But the person who's going to be who's being economical about is going to pick the $100 guy. So what ends up happening is even though the $140 guy, let's say he gets 2 lessons, right? Say he gets 2 lessons at 140 that week. But the other guy at 100, he gets 6 lessons.
Yeah.
Who made more money?
The guy at $100.
Of course, right? But
yeah.
But the guys up there, the Jay Monahans of the world, they don't see it like that. This could be a super successful venture for everybody.
Yeah.
But they don't see it like that.
Sorry, Zan. I had to gripe about perceived value versus actual value.
That's okay. I wasn't even bringing perceived value into it, but
I know you weren't.
It's a good lesson for the audience, though.
It is a good lesson. So, can I explain what I was talking about real quick?
I know we all know what you're talking about. You're talking about nobody's going to buy a crappy lesson at $60.
Well, no one
versus the 140.
So
because it's actually because you see it as like they must really suck.
Yes.
If they're giving lessons at $60.
They're instead of, oh, I'm trying to make this affordable so that I can get more lessons, they say, oh, this guy clearly doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go pay $200 to get a lesson at the Kingdom.
Yep.
And that's no shame on those guys. Those guys are great coaches. I know some of their students. They're great coaches. I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm just saying that
it's okay.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying anything bad about those
guys. If
you're
watching this,
I'm talking about I'm talking about the golf consumer mindset, and that oftentimes people will see $60 lesson or $70 lesson and say, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Let me go pay $140 somewhere else because I can trust that this guy that's selling lessons at $140 knows so much more than the guy selling lessons. 60 or 70.
Bless you.
But anyway, is there anything else you wanted to add on the Brooks Koepka situation?
Just about the new. How do you feel about this new CEO, Scott O'Neill?
Scott O'Neill. Are we talking new CEO for Liv?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not in love.
I think he's a bullshit artist.
Do you?
100%. I think he's a bullshit artist.
I think he does the thing that I hate when people do it, about how they misrepresent information to make themselves seem bigger than they are.
100%. It's a sociopathic tendency that unfortunately so many people have at that level.
Especially in the business world, yes.
Yeah. Donald Trump is a great example of this.
Donald Trump is a fantastic example of this.
I mean, he is the epitome of that. Whether you love him or hate him, he is
oversell, underdeliver.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not in love with him. I don't like a few of the moves that he's made. I think that I don't know if have they adjusted the price point for Liv.
I don't think so. I think he's still at that high.
I think that's an incredibly bad decision.
Are you going to be buying it this year?
Probably not.
I knew you weren't going to.
Listen, the frustrating thing is I like Liv. I love the broadcast. The broadcast is so good.
Great broadcasting. By the way, the guy, and this is why I think he might be a craphead, is because their on-air producer just left with his assistant.
That's so awesome.
He's gone. That guy that did all the visual product, obviously he oversaw it, but the guy that oversaw all the visual productions and all that, gone.
I think that's the best thing. That's the thing they did best.
Agreed.
Was the
Oh,
visual.
yeah, the overlays.
The
Fantastic.
overlays were fantastic.
Dude, if PGA had those overlays, man, I'd be watching every week.
I mean, instead of seeing the same leaderboard we've seen since 1994 on the screen
Dude,
every time.
don't even get me started. They were talking today, man. I was watching today because they had some old tournament on there. I think it was from last week or the week before. And, dude, it was so bad.
Yeah. Like the announcers aren't entertaining, or like the commentators aren't entertaining. They don't really add any value to the broadcast. You might as well watch it on mute. The overlays are boring. They don't grab your attention at all. The leaderboards
And their voices are annoying too.
Yeah.
They've got a voice for camera.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
That's the opposite of a face for radio.
Yeah. They've got a voice for silent films.
Yeah. It's crap. It's really bad. So,
but I mean, like, I don't understand. I feel like here's the problem. Like, some PGA Tour audiences, some, not me, will, if they do make changes to like the way they show the leaderboard and the way they do the overlays, you're gonna be like, well, this is all newfangled bullshit.
mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, but like, you realize that like there are people that you need to attract to watching PGA Tour golf that are younger than 58. Like,
Yeah.
you have to do that.
Yeah.
The Masters is the Masters. That's not a PGA Tour event.
No, but who says you can't? Here's the problem: is what happens is they'll hire people that they know. You know, rather than going out and finding a guy with a great voice, which they could probably get from any broadcasting station, rather than getting a guy who's or freaking comedians. There's so many comedians that play golf.
Yeah.
You're telling me you can't hire one of them
So
to get on the broadcast?
So that's my thing, is like, you need to be in today's day and age and the way media is consumed, you need to be entertaining. You have to be entertaining.
Why do you think College Game Day is so successful?
Yeah. Now, there are some people that don't like Pat McAfee. I get if you don't like Pat McAfee, why you don't like
Pat McAfee, though, don't they? They will watch
Most of them do. Most of them do. Indeed.
They will watch it. 100%.
But like, I understand if you don't like Pat McAfee, but at the end of the day,
I love Pat McAfee. I think he's hilarious.
At the end of the day, I mean, like, you have to bring in a younger audience if you're golf, and you're near the tail end of squandering the opportunity of a lifetime that COVID gave you.
Yeah,
you're pretty dang close to squandering that opportunity.
Yeah.
And if we squander this as a sport, if you squander this opportunity, not even the sport of golf, if the PGA Tour, because I think the sport of golf has greatly capitalized on the opportunity that COVID presented to them.
Sure.
As a whole, the PGA Tour, I don't think they have yet. They have not captivated that audience that came in with COVID to the point where, like, TGL, we could be honest about it now, it's a flop. That idea was a terrible idea from the outset, and it's playing out exactly as we predicted on this show. Well, last year, you're going to see insane ratings, and then it's just going to do this.
We knew it. I mean,
that's
why I think it was a money laundering scheme.
I just don't understand. I don't understand how, like, if your stated goal is to grow the professional side of the game, to be the best competition it could be, and the most entertaining.
Zach, but here's the thing: it's clearly not to make a profit.
Yeah.
Like, and if it's clearly not to make a profit, it better be a nonprofit, and it ain't no nonprofit.
Not anymore. It's not.
No, but TGL's never been it's not a
Oh yeah,
nonprofit.
no. TGL's not. I was talking
That's
about
what I'm
PGA
talking
Tour.
about. And so if it's not a non-for-profit and it's losing money and that's all it's gonna do, that's all it looks like it's gonna do,
Yeah.
then what are we doing? At least the thing you can say about Live is it keeps growing.
The growth significantly stunted last year, which is a mistake by Scott O'Neill, like we talked about last year.
We did.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where the only reason I'm considering buying a Live Golf subscription, the only reason I'm even considering it again this year is
because of Ben On.
No. The only reason I'm considering it is because, number one, I think the broadcast is the most entertaining professional broadcast in the sport.
Maybe it won't be now. Maybe it won't be.
Number two, right now, public enemy number one for me is Jay Monahan. So anything I could do to piss him off, even if it's in a small way, makes me a happy camper. Live growing pisses him off. Does that make me happy? Yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think Scott O'Neill, you might be right. He might be a poopy butthole, but that's better than the anus of all worlds, Jay Monahan. So like,
yep.
No, not even he is the dominator of the universe. He owns golf. And I think people don't understand that. He owns golf. He runs golf. Yeah. He's in charge of all of it. At least on the professional side.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So Scott O'Neill, I'm just going to read his quote. He said, I don't think this was where he wanted to be. He talked about some of the challenges publicly, as did his wife. And I want people in the room that are going to wrap their arms around us and say, this is what I want. If guys don't want to be here, that's okay with me. Then it says, and then he says, O'Neill, before insisting that golf's so-called holy war is one-sided, said that he and Koepka talked on Friday, quote, just to put things in perspective, end quote. He said, I love Brooks. I root for Brooks. I am hoping the best for him and his family. If this is what he wants, there will be no better cheerleader for him than me. I tell you what, good for him if he's getting what he wants and we get what we want. I couldn't be happier for him and for us. Now, the big thing here is, I mean, you can just see it in these comments.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he is that bullshitter. It's like, if guys don't want to be here, that's okay with me.
Is it?
It's a little cringe and not true at all. Yeah. You know? Because if those three guys had decided to leave, Liv would be over. I 100% believe that.
It'd be dead. If Bryson, Rahm, and Cam Smith.
It'd be DOA.
Yeah.
And that's what they were trying to do. I think the PGA Tour is trying to deliver a death blow here at the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I think that's what they were trying to do. I think Brooks had already had that channel open. And then they created this program for him. But then they were like, let's see how we can gear this to see maybe if we can entice these other guys to come back. And if we can get them, then that's a death blow to Liv.
Yeah. And I think it'd be also a death blow to creativity, to creativity and professional game. I think it'd be if that would have happened.
Yeah, I mean, one thing you said, like, it's really good to have competition. And so, like, think about the cool things that the PGA Tour added because Liv added it first.
Yeah. Well, think about the changes. The changes.
Sorry.
Not only that, with like the drone shots and all the overlays and all this stuff.
Drone
not
tracking?
Even just that. The structure of the organization. The things they started to do to help out the players on the PGA Tour, because it was seen consistently as a concern by everybody on tour that these guys are leaving for reasons that I've thought about. And that's why they had to make changes. Because the player base was like, wait, these guys are saying a lot of things that I've had frustrations with over the past, like, over my time on the PGA Tour. And they're saying that they don't have these same issues over on Live. Well, now the PGA Tour's got a problem where, okay, our players are disgruntled, and we just lost a lot of top talent. We got to make some change somewhere. We can't let the talent back in because we made such a harsh statement starting out, which I think is the big problem. If they would have come off softer in the beginning, they kind of give themselves an out later on. But since they came out saying, oh, these guys are playing for the guys that did 9/11, basically, is what they said, which was crazy at the time. It's crazy now. Jay Monahan acknowledged that what he did was insane. But you also can't take that back. Play that card, you can't take it back.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where I think the beginning stages of this has kind of set up this. I don't understand calling it a holy war. Calling it a holy war is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
And maybe this thing with Jay Monahan stepping down, maybe that was a plan by the PGA Tour board. It's kind of an orchestrated planned transition. Maybe that really was their intention, is to just say, hey, this guy needs to go. I don't know if I buy that, but that is one of the theories. One of the theories is that it's like a sunset plan to get him off, to get him going off in the distance, and to then bring on this Bryan Rolap guy who will further crap the bed. I'm pretty sure. I'd love.
Yeah,
to be
Bryan
proven
Rolap doesn't
wrong.
look better, but
I'd love to be proven wrong, but his statements that we've gone over in the past have proven that he is not the guy. He is not the guy to bring these two things together, and that's sad.
yeah. I mean, we went over Bryan Rolap when it was announced he was going to be taking over
Because he had that whole
Following.
statement.
Yeah. As a commissioner, and we did some research on him, and he seems as bad, if not maybe worse, in terms of his stance on reuniting the game.
Yeah.
Than Jay Monahan.
Yeah. Because
So
he was so firm and like no, this is the place where it is.
it's also, I also find it interesting that Brooks Koepka gets, I'm going to go ahead and say it, gets a free ride back into the PGA Tour when they still have a player suspended since last year for playing on a YouTube video with live golfers.
Isn't that amazing, right? Isn't that amazing?
That's crazy.
Kind of mind blowing, ain't it?
Kind of mind blowing.
You should tweet that. You should tweet
no,
that.
Listen, it's all over golf Twitter, and
No,
of course,
you should tweet that. I'll repost it.
I think it is ridiculous that Wesley Bryan is still suspended from the PGA Tour because he played in a YouTube video on his buddy's channel with some live golfers.
Yep.
I think that's crazy.
It's nuts.
And Brooks Koepka, you want to come back? Come here, buddy. Okay, can you give me some money? And then also, I'm going to spank you over a chair a couple times, real lightly, though.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So don't show no bruises.
Dude, they told Brooks Koepka, they told Brooks Koepka, like, you can't be in the equity deal for 5 years, and he almost broke down in tears. I heard.
Wait, for real?
No, Zane, that's
sarcasm. I thought you were being serious.
No. Yeah, because Brooks Koepka is really worried about the 0.0072% equity he would get in the PGA Tour.
No, he's not worried about that at all. That's what's crazy is they think that's
such a big punishment for Brooks Koepka.
Especially if he's successful, if he wins events and stuff. It's like, they think that's going to be the thing.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
It's like, oh, no.
I think they're in for a rude awakening. Say he does real well.
Dude, I hope he does.
Now I kind of hope he does, because if he does do real well, they're going to have a lot of players saying, well, shit, F this. I'm going to jump ship and go over to live.
I'm going to go over to live, and when they do another fucking entrance exam to get back over here, I'll just come back.
Yeah.
Collect
I'm not lying. Like that will be what happens. particularly if you get some of these guys winning like majors, because then they're exempt from other majors or
Yeah.
certain exemptions from other majors, and so it's like, dude, I could so see some some guy like Vince Whaley winning like a PGA championship and then being like, "Peace out, Girl Scout." Not that he would ever do that. I don't think he'd ever do that. Because he is one of those guys that is legacy, and he really believes in like, the PGA Tour is where it's at, and like, how awesome it is, and I get that, but at the same time, I think a lot of these players have to realize is they don't give a crap about you, dude.
Clearly.
They'll spend $3 billion on this PGA Tour studios down in Ponte Vedra Beach, not thinking twice about the equity that they give you. And a PGA Tour Studios building that we don't even know what they do.
They'll invest in TGL, which is losing money and paying players a bunch of money to get watched by absolutely no one on a Thursday night in January.
It's just embezzlement. I mean, that is embezzlement.
Like it looks like it's like the deli that's owned by the mob.
Yeah, no, it's more like Hunter Biden selling paintings is what it is. That is what it is. It's like,
yeah, I painted this while I was
we're asking
crack.
$3 million for we're asking $3 million for this painting of a tree that looks like it was drawn by a kindergartner. But that's really the art of it,
Yeah,
That's
really the art of it is the child within all of us. Even though we're older, we're still children.
I have a child inside of me, and that's what I put on the canvas. Yeah. Yeah, hold on a second.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. No, you crack pipe, bud. You gotta do the crack pipe. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Anyway.
Jeez.
Wild. But
Let's talk to the big man.
I'm excited for this year. Masters is right around the corner. That's why I decided to wear the Masters. I can't wait. It's gonna be here faster than you think. And that's all I got for this. You got anything else you want to talk about before we sign off?
Just real quick, I have filmed my first YouTube video of 2026.
Perfect. And teed off?
It's no longer teed off golf. Sadly, teed off golf is dead. It's golf guy Zach.
Golf is dead. R.I.P.
Golf guy Zach on YouTube. I filmed the first video.
Zach.
Zane, I wanna try something. You let me know what you think about this, because I know you mentioned maybe doing more video stuff now that you have a little bit more free time.
Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of free time. Yeah.
How would you feel about trying the monthly match again?
I love it. But
Okay.
actually sticking with it
this time. No financial issues, no firing from jobs issues. Actually sticking with it this time, and we alternate channels. So I shoot one, you shoot one, and you go back and forth for each.
I like that. That sounds good. Sounds good to me. And we'll do like bets, like little friendly bets and stuff.
And then we put the majors out on Beerly.
Oh,
Beerly
I like
OB. The Beerly OB major.
Okay.
And we can even have guests.
The majors take place during the month of a major.
Yes.
Yeah. I like it.
Alrighty. Obviously not the week of a major. Maybe uploaded the week of a major.
The week of a major, yeah.
But definitely not filmed.
We'll plan it out.
We'll plan it out. Well, this is. Listen, we've got the starts. We got the beginnings of an idea. Okay, Puka Nakua over there.
I got the
guys.
nose for it, baby. He don't have the nose. I got the nose.
Alrighty. All right. Hold on 1 second. What am I doing here?
It's like that Robert W. Wide, Robert B. Wide.
I'm going to need you to stop. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to this episode of Barely Out of Bounds. We will be back next week as we are now back into golf season. We want to thank everyone for watching, listening live or later on all your podcast platforms, and we will see you next week.
To the hole, we're just trying to keep control. We're barely out.